share my everyday makeup routine. I'm going out later, so I figured this was the perfect time to make this video. Okay, let's get started. Okay, before we get into the actual makeup portion, I'm gonna do some skin prep. So I always start with this moisturizer from Sunjung. It's always been my go-to because it's super light and it's never felt like heavy or anything like that. And then I'm gonna put some primer on. Right now I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and I really just make sure to focus putting it on my under eye area and on my chin. And then I wait like 1 to 2 minutes before the next step. Next, I'm gonna use Beauty of Joseon's Tinted Sunscreen, and I got this recently and it has been working pretty well. It kind of is like a foundation without actually using like heavy makeup, and it has an SPF of 40, which is pretty good. So I basically used about 2 fingers worth, and then I just spread it out. Right now, it looks like 1 shade lighter than the rest of my skin, but that's because it's summer and I've gotten a little bit tan. Now, this part's just because I'm pretty bad at blending, but I use a beauty blender and I blend the other parts out because sometimes like just rubbing it in doesn't really get it all the way. Okay, and then that part is done. Also, notice like now I'm like shiny. Okay, so now all skin prep is done and I'm gonna move on to concealer, blush, and then brows. I recently got a new concealer. It is e.l.f. and it is the, I don't remember what it's called actually, but it's the one in the white bottle. They have one in a black bottle too, but it's been working pretty well for me so far. I just like to use concealer to cover under eye darkness and like little spots that just come naturally. Also like acne, that type of stuff too. Honestly, I hate putting makeup on my forehead and my nose because I feel like it never blends well. Like it never blends how I want it to. And like I see other tutorials and like people doing it, and mine just never turns out the same. Also, try not to put too much concealer under your eyes because then when you're trying to blend it out, it'll get kind of cakey, and then as you go throughout the day, it'll crease faster. So that part's done. I look kind of washed out now, but that's why we're gonna use blush. So right now, my blush palette for a long time now has been, I'm really gonna say this name wrong, Dask, one of the two, okay. I use this color on my cheeks and then a little on my nose, and then I use the next shade up on my chin and my forehead just to give like more color to my face. I don't really use the lightest one, but I mean I have, as you can see, but it doesn't show up a whole bunch, especially in the summertime. So I've also been kind of interested in like liquid blush because I mean I've always just used the palette, but I've never, you know, tried it. I would though. I heard Rare Beauty's blushes were really pigmented. Then I'm gonna take this color and I'm gonna put it on my chin and my forehead. It's not too visible, but it just helps me not look as washed out from after doing the concealer. Next up is the brows. So I've had so many different eyebrow phases, I guess, and I'm just trying to figure out what works for me right now. But what I do is I just brush up the front parts, and then I kind of go straight, but like kind of diagonally like upwards, just to like kind of lift it a little bit. But it doesn't always work the way I want it to. So that's like the gel part. Also, the gel I'm using is the e.l.f. Double Sided. brow gel and mascara. Honestly, when the brow side just runs out, I just use the clear mascara instead. So, yeah, honestly, not too much with my eyebrows. I hate doing my eyebrows, to be honest. But that is it for that part. Now let's move on to eye makeup. So I'm going to be using the same palette I used for my eyebrows, but I'm going to be using the neutral tones today because it's more of like, you know, I'm doing an everyday look type of thing. I always start with the darkest shade and I put that on. Now it looks kind of funny right now because it's just like the dark, but then I go with the next one over and then I'm going to put that next to it. And then I'm going to jump to this one. And then also for eyeshadow, I occasionally put some of a lighter shade underneath my eye, just like make my eyes pop a little bit more. I take this brush, which is like an angled brush, and I take the darkest again and I put it on my lower lash line, but like just in like the corner. I was going to put on some lash clusters, but I'm really not feeling it. I don't think I need lash clusters today. But if I were, I literally get mine off of Shein, so yeah, that might not be the best choice, but I'm unemployed, so this is the choice I'm making. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes and put some mascara on. My mascara for years now has been Sky High by Maybelline, and I put that on the top and the bottom. I've also seen some different opinions about doing bottom mascara, and I always have, unless I forget, but I've always put mascara on my bottom lashes. And after mascara, I also curl my lashes again because I feel like it just helps with keeping the shape throughout the day. Also, I've never used a lash serum, but I'm kind of looking for one, so if you have any, you know, lash serums that you guys use, please put them in the comments because I'm looking for one to try. Next is eyeliner, which is also from e.l.f. See, okay, this is something that just turns out differently every time I do it because, I don't know, the way I use eyeliners, it's so inconsistent. So usually I just start at the corner and I go outwards. Doing eyeliner is actually terrible and I hate it, but it has to be done. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Nice, okay. Lastly, for the eyes, I use NYX Jumbo Highlighter. I know, well, it depends, but same thing. I know a lot of people use this like a lot for like inner corner highlighter, and I do the exact same thing, but I know it was more of like a trend and some people don't do it anymore, but I still do it. I don't like when it's not blended. I like when it's blended. I also put a little like under my eyeliner just to try and like lift my eyes a little bit more. Moving on to lips. So right now I would say these are my lip products right now. I have so many and I really just use what's on my table. But this is just EOS chapstick, so I put that on to like moisturize my lips and it works pretty well. And then I have Florette's Super Beauty lipstick, and I think I like it so much because it's really close to like my natural shade of my lips. So I really don't really like lipstick, but it just evens out the color. And then lastly, I have EOS. This is actually a lip treatment, but it's shiny and it actually lasts for hours, so I kind of use it as a gloss, you know? I have lip glosses and I'm going to show you guys those, but as for like my daily routine, this has just been what I'm using. Alright, so I got some of my lip glosses, and the ones that I keep in my bag are by Kiko, and I think they just have really cute colors. So I got like baby pink here, and then this is just clear one. I love these. This is shade 22 Rose, and then this one is just clear. And I love these a lot. I just wish they would last longer, but I get it, honestly. But they're just super cute colors. Yeah, and I think that is it. This look just feels simple and natural, and it's perfect for like every day when I have low time or it's a school morning. You know, it's really just like perfect for what I have to do, and I think the things that I do suit me. Thank you so much for watching my routine today. Please comment your favorite makeup products, tips, anything that you want to share in the comments, and yeah, please subscribe for more content like this. Bye bye.